think it's challenging to talk about this film without saying anything about it. I've never worked on anything that's so, and rightfully so, shrouded in secrecy.
I sent Harrison Ford the scripts, and he said, this is the best script I've ever read.
What was always wanting was a story that flowed naturally out of the first. What do you want?
I thought you might be able to help me.
The first Blade Runner sent a shockwave in the world. At the beginning, we agreed what we were doing was deeply exciting, that it was a privilege.
There are films that come along and strike a chord. They become part of the way you see the world.
In this movie, the lighting, the camera, it's like a character in itself.
This Blade Runner is a new genius at work.
It's the same kind of color palette, but so made by another painter.
The film is incredible. It's haunting.
The key to the future is finally unearthed.
It's 2:45. There's no one in the place except you and me. Make it one for my baby, one more for the road.
I had your job once. I was good at it.
I know.
What do you want?
I want to ask you some questions.
The story, the themes, the stunning visual environments. It was a pleasure getting back to the world of Blade Runner again. Where are we going?
Home.
When I directed the original Blade Runner 35 years ago, I could never have imagined how iconic it would still be.
I have massive respect for the world that Ridley Scott created. Blade Runner revolutionized the way we view science fiction.
When I heard that Ridley was continuing the narrative, I was already invested. I already wanted to know what happened next.
I think it's kind of fun to play a character 30 years later. I'm used to trying on old clothes. Happily, they still fit.
From the cinematography to the script to working with Denis and Ridley, Roger, Harrison, and Ryan, I just feel really lucky just to be on the team.
I never felt that much pressure on my shoulders, thinking that Ridley Scott will see this movie.
I've never worked on a film with so many sets and different lighting patterns. Technically, it's quite challenging.
They created this incredible world where there was a living, breathing universe.
Designing this was like walking on a knife's edge, riding the line between the original film and what we're doing now.
It's not just a replica of the first film. We're marrying the familiar with the slightly divergent in order to give ourselves an identity.
We're trying to keep the visual effects very reality-based and grounded. People should look at it and go, wow, this is a beautiful shot. How did they get it?
I always told you, you're special. Your story isn't over yet.
The first movie was always meant to be a standalone film, but there's always more to tell than the 2 hours would allow.
We are making something special.
It feels like a very grounded, realistic extension of the original.
It's good to be home again.
Who'd you bring?
No one.
You know you're here.
This is impossible.